Jim, Bob, I know what you're thinking, spoiled. He was brought up in Winchester Road, Ford Houses. He was born the same year as Bobby Charlton. Bobby went on to win the World Cup with England and play for Manchester United. Dad learned how to drink out of a cup and played for Cosley. He started watching the Wolves at a young age and collected a very impressive autograph collection of all the great football players of the time. He still has this today and it will become a family heirloom. He passed the 11 plus and went on to Wolverhampton Grammar School. He was then taken on as one of the first commercial apprentices at Bolton Pool. Somebody had to give him a chance. Qualified as a chartered management accountant, met my mum whilst at a dance, married my mum. Bought a house in Womben, the TV broke, Caroline came along. Carried on going up the Wolves, had a bet on the horses, lost again. Continued to work as an accountant in industry at various companies across the West Midlands. Bought a house in Wheaton Aston. The TV broke again. I came along. Had some more bets on the horses, lost again, lots of seconds. Moved the family to Bishop's Wood and started taking me to the Wolves. In the eyes of some, this was considered close to child cruelty. Fortunately, social services were not involved. He went into Grant 8 consultancy work, at last his own boss, doing something he enjoyed, helping small, medium-sized businesses realise their potential. Grandchildren came along, 5 in total. Retired to enjoy the good life. Started learning how to use and break computers. Bill Gates became concerned. To this day, he continues to grow his extensive memorabilia collection of books. We do have concerns the floor may collapse shortly. However, Amazon are very grateful for his ongoing purchases and named Black Friday in his honour. Personal profile. Qualities: honest, reliable, fair, consistent and modest. A great person to go for advice. Apart from horse racing tips. He has always been straight talking and always tackles issues head on in an honourable manner. In a debate, he's very similar to Brian Clough. We talk about it for half an hour and then we decide he was right. However, regardless of the banter, I'm proud to say he's our dad.
Yeah.
Me and Caroline. A few likes. Pork pies, scratchings, real ale, good steak, the racing channel, and sitting on chairs. Dislikes: overpriced, small plates of food, and any beer over £3 a pint. Observations and guidance for the future. You know you're 80 when you find something you've been looking for ages, but can't remember why you wanted it. Getting lucky means finding your car in the car park. Your back goes out more than you do. You and your teeth don't sleep together anymore. Watching paint dry has a certain fascination. Key events from 1937, the year Dad was born. To be honest, not a lot happened that year. But 1st of July, the 999 emergency telephone number was introduced. With the impending arrival of Malcolm, I'm still unsure whether this was a coincidence or forward planning. Couple of funny stories. The first one goes back to when I was a lot younger. I first started receiving pocket money, and Dad informed me that I'd get 5p a week. I know what you're thinking, excessive. However, Caroline, being a little bit older, was on 10p. Despite being young and inexperienced in the negotiation arena, I found this inequality difficult to accept. The following year, I requested an increase, and we then entered into what became known as the annual Pocket Money Award. This process was equivalent to the annual pay award negotiations Dad was vastly experienced in at work, involving the unions and the appointed shop stewards. My request for the increase was not well received, and I was advised that the union at work had agreed to a 5% increase, and I would be lucky to see 6p. Today, I enjoy keeping this tradition alive, doing the same with my kids. I've got one more without boring you too much. Another one, many years ago, me and Dad, we went to Coventry City in a box to watch the match. We had the pre-match meal, great roast beef dinner, really good. Yeah. When we both spotted a fantastic looking cheese board, we decided to get stuck in and enjoy the varied selection of cheeses, crackers and grapes. Just as we were finishing off, one of the other guys in the box asked me to pass over the cheese board so he could present it as a gift to our host for the day. He was surprised when he saw the mutilated cheese board. Strangely enough, we never attended another feature at Coventry City. So I mean, that's sort of my view on things, and you know, I think it's absolutely fantastic. We're having a great evening, and you know, I'm made up. You know, Dad's here, 80 years old, still having a go, and we've also got a couple of other birthdays. Obviously, it's my mum's birthday tomorrow, so it'd be great if we could have a round of applause for that one tomorrow. You've probably noticed the cripple moving around the room on his crutches tonight. He got smashed up by an Ensford player last Saturday. That's James, that's my boy, and he's 16 on Tuesday. So Just a couple of other things. I know my dad's going to probably do exactly the same, but I would like to thank the caterers this evening. I think they've done an excellent job.
Yeah.
Many thanks to the bar staff as well. You know, it's always nice when you can get a drink. Critical, I think I'd say. And obviously the entertainer, Liam's absolutely superb. Thank you. Really? I know he is. We were talking before. Both got half-season tickets. You know, we've come out of the woodworm again. And most importantly, you know, this has all been brought together. You know, my sister, she's worked so hard in conjunction with my mum and my dad. I would imagine she's found that quite challenging. Just worth mentioning. But please, you know, most importantly, I'd like you all to raise a toast to my dad on this very, very special occasion. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll hand you over to the chief, and he can say a few words. Thank you.
I'd like to, well, I'm so pleased you're all here tonight and enjoying yourselves. It's been a big occasion for me. I'm not getting any faster. I've never been very fast, but I'm not getting any.
You're consistent, Malcolm.
You're consistent.
And obviously, the work that's been put in by Caroline, initially doing the invitations, and then Barbara, being invaluable. And Jonathan's done his bit tonight, obviously. Although it's been quite insulting, it's been very enjoyable. And I must have a copy of the speech so that I can reciprocate, hopefully one of the day. But it's good to see so many old friends, relations, ex-work colleagues, and it gives me a great deal of pleasure to see you all here enjoying yourselves. And neighbours, all our neighbours are here, which we're pleased, and thank you for all coming. There's 4 of us here tonight who played football together in 1957. Would you please come forward and we can maybe have a photograph taken? There's Malcolm White.
Go on.
There's Tony Perry, and there's Dennis Kirkland.
Oh.
You will come forward and just, I'd like a photograph of us all together.
I got a ball.
We all played for Cosley Amateurs. A lot of us actually came from Cornwall. Dennis was one of my first pals in Winchester Road, and in those days we didn't have. In those days we didn't have playing fields. It was in the wartime, and the tarmac was our playground, and the lines, the tarmac lines were the goals that filled in between the concrete. But Dennis and I used to play heading tennis, and I'm glad they're now considering the problems with footballers, because it's quite serious, this is. Now, Dennis went on to play for Stafford Rangers, Mal, I'll tell you a story about Mal. we
Got to finish for one.
Aye, yeah. Gotta go home in a minute.
we had a situation where we were short of a goalkeeper, and they said,